Guys, let me preference this hunt by saying I called the bank up, asked how much they could do in nickels. They said 200, but they also had a lady that had brought in a bunch of wheat pennies, and so I said, yes, please. And so when I got to the bank, the bag hadn't dropped yet. So she unrolled like $2 in wheat in pennies, and so the bag could drop. She went ahead and rolled them and put them back in the same bag to carry them out, and that's what we have here. I'm super excited to get into this. So I'm gonna get them into 2 boxes, and I'll get you a count of how many enders there are and whatnot. Hey guys, just to let you know, there was 19 enders. 18 were 17 of the rolls were just one-sided ender, but there was a double-sided ender, so that's pretty cool. I believe it was this roll right here. It was double-sided. Yep, wheat penny and a 58. Whew. Alright, so I'm probably going to keep these 18 plus another 32 rolls, and we'll do probably a 1-box hunt at a time because I think it's going to get epic. Alright, let's go. Roll 1, no surprise, we got our first wheat set, and it's a 1941 Philadelphia. Alright guys, roll number 2. I'm just gonna bring you in on each roll. 55, and we've got one right here. 46D. We got wheat stocks back here. 1944S, and I think that's it. If not, I'll bring you back. Otherwise, we'll be in roll number 3. There was another one. Missed it. It's a 1958. I think Denver. Alright, I don't think there's any more now. And roll number 3, we've got another wheat penny. 1955 Denver. And don't see any more, so be in roll 4 next. Told you, roll 4. Ooh, we also have a counter stamped that I just noticed. New York. Awesome. We've got this wheat penny, 1940. Let's keep going. It's a 1958 Denver. Alright, I think that's it, but that's cool. Let's keep going. Roll 5 and bring you in again. We've got some more wheat pennies. This one, 1918. Alright, we got a nice oldie. No, we got a couple 20 and 30 ender. We got a 52D. But I think that's about it. But if I do for some reason find something else, I'll be sure to loop you in. Next roll, roll 6, believe it or not. Got another wheat penny. Reverse. And it's 1935, so another older one. Which is good that we're getting all decades. So it's not just a 40s and 50s dump. That makes it even better. And roll 7. We've got a couple more Wheaties. Saw this reverse facing one. 1937. And saw a 44 back here. So not bad. 2 more Wheaties for the pile. It is growing. Oh boy. 7 rolls in. Hunting roll 8. We've got 2 more. Got a reverse facing one. 1944D. And a 1941 back here. 2 more. Let's keep going. See if we can find anything else. Roll 9's gonna be a dandy, guys. I can see a ton of Wheaties, so we'll just go through it together. Got a 53S. A few coins later, 41. Next coin, a 45D. And 15 coins or so later, wheat cent reverse, which is a 53. 57 behind it. 2 coins later, a 55. 3 coins later, a 50. We got 2 reverses, a 58 and 56D. 4 coins later, 51, a 50D. We got a 46 and a 44S. Wow, what a roll. That's almost like double the amount that we found in the first 8. That's crazy. Let's keep going. This is going to be a fantastic box. Roll 10. Looks like we're going to have about 3 more. We've got one here. It was a reverse. It's a 1944D. A few coins later, a 57D. And toward the end, another reverse, 57D. Alright. Let's keep going. We're only 20% done through the box. Wow, roll 11. We've got a 56. And we've got 44S. And 53S. And a 45. And another 56. Fantastic. It's like, what, 5 wheat pennies in that roll? That's not bad at all. I'll take it. 11 rolls in, we've almost got like a roll of wheat pennies, or maybe half a roll. I don't know. But that's really cool. We'll keep going and see what else we can find. Guys, this is terrible. Roll 12 was a dud. Well, hopefully we don't have too many more of those, but I'll take them because we still have 19 more enders to go. So I'll take a bunch of dud rolls if those ones are jam-packed with goodies. But roll 13 is gonna at least give us one Wheatie, 57D. But I think one's all we're getting out of that roll, which I'll take it. It's a Wheatie to the board, and we have a lot more rolls left. 14 was a dud, but roll 15, I see 1, 42S, 44, 2, there's a wheat cent reverse back here, number 3, and it's a 46S, and a 56D. So that's 4, I believe. So 4 wheat pennies in one roll. That's everyone's dream. Roll 16, we've got 2 more wheat cent reverses. One right here, 56D, and one right here, 52. And I don't think there's any more, judging by what I see. So, we'll search that roll and get on to the next 34 rolls. Roll 17, we've got a 1950 San Francisco here, a 1950 Denver here, and I saw Wheat Sox back here, so I may as well bring you in for those two. These are a 56 Denver. Seems to be it, so we'll keep going and see what else we can find. Well guys, roll 18 is going to be another one of them really great rolls. We've got 57D right here. That's 1. There's a second one, 1958D. Got another one right here, another 58D, 44, 58D, 53D. Out of the way, regular pennies. Got another 44. That one's San Francisco. Got a 52D. Couple more. We got a 56D, 46, 46S. We've got a 1956, 44S, and another 1951D. Actually, I think that's the first one. Anyhow, another multiple penny roll. That is fantastic. Whew, yeah, let's keep going. I'm enjoying this. Looks like we've got another one. This one's a 1953 Denver. Don't see anything else from first glance, so I'll search through the roll and tell you if I find anything else. Otherwise, we'll get into roll 20. Roll 20, I see another wheat cent, 1952D. And while I have you here, let's double check and make sure there's no more, which I'm not seeing. So I'll give you a 20 roll wrap up and then we'll keep going. Out of the first 20 rolls, there were 60 wheat cents, which means that's an average of 3 per roll. Crazy. And I have 100 rolls from that batch, and we're only 20% of the way done. So we could have, let's see here, 5 times 60 is 100, no. We could have 300 wheat cents. That'd be kind of cool. So yeah. There's the first 20 rolls. Let's keep going. Roll 22, and it looks like we could have 22 wheat pennies in this roll. That'd be kind of cool. But there's a lot of wheat pennies from what I can see. First one's a 52D. Got a 44S, 48, 58, 53S, 56D, 42D. Sorry, I'm kind of going through them fast. Don't want it to be too long of a video. 47D, 57D, 54D, 53S, 53D, 53D, 56, 55, 56, and 58. So that's a lot of Wheaties. I'll go add them to the board though. Let's keep going. Well, it's been a few rolls, but roll 27, we've got a wheat penny right here, 1945. Double check, make sure there's no more. $59, close. 46S, it's 2. Alright, so 2 plus a really nice 1959D, which I'll check for errors and varieties with. Let's keep going. Next roll number 8, and we're gonna have wheat penny number 80 of the hunt so far. That's a 1954D. So let's keep going. 4 rolls left until the unders. Next roll, still pumping out goodies. We've got 2 more. Ooh, nicer condition 53D. And oh, it's got some gunk on it. That's alright. And a 52D. That's the end of that roll. Let's keep going. Wheat penny number 83 is going to be a 1952D. Roll 30. Don't see anything else, so we'll keep going. The last 18 rolls have enders. Roll number 31, we've got some more Wheaties. Got number 84, 56 Denver. 85, no, it's a 58 Philly. Number 86, it's a 44 Philly with the Ring of Death. Womp womp. And I don't see anything else, so we'll keep going. Hopefully, we'll find something else cool in the last roll before the enders. Looks like that roll will have a good amount of Wheaties. I saw at least 4, starting with a 41. And back here, a wheat reverse, 44. Back here, we've got another wheat reverse, 44S. And another wheat reverse, 46D. And that seems to be it. So, all we have is the enders. And I bet that's the best part. We just opened up ender number 1, and judging by what I see, we've got a 42D, 44. We've got another one, 1953S, 54D, 53S. We've got a 50, 58D, 52D, 56D. We've got a 55D. We've got a 57D, 44, 35, 57, 57, 53, 46S, 51, and a 45, and yeah, that's a lot. It's another great handful, probably about 20. That's fantastic. Oh yeah, we have 17 more. Alright, this roll looks pretty decent as well. Not as decent, but we do have a 50D to kick it off, along with a 44, 42D. Back here we've got a 58D, right in front of the 46D, and a 53D, 57, 56, and a 54D, and the ender was a 44D. More Wheaties to the board. Let's keep going. This is just great. Alright guys, this one's gonna be a decent roll. I already see that we have a steel cent back here, but we'll get to that here in a minute. Because first off, to kick it off, we got a 44. Then we come to the steely, this 1943 steel wheat penny. It's fantastic. 44S, 45, 57D. We got a 56D and a 49D. Alright, another good handful of Wheaties, plus our first Steely. We've already broken 100. Can we make it 2? And in the next row, we got a 55D, another one, 45, 40, another wheat cent, 58, and 47. That looks to be it, but I'll take more Wheaties. Oh boy, guys, we got another really great roll. Next roll, 52S was the ender. Got a 1940, 58D, 54D, 46D, 45, 44D, 51D, 44S, 55D, 42, 46, got a 56D, 58D, 44, 52, 40, 41, and 29S. That's cool. Wow. Seems to be it. Another handful of Wheaties. Oh boy. Alright, this one doesn't look as fantastic, but we do have the ender of 55D. And let's just go along like we've been doing. Check to see if there's any more. Got a 1940, looks like. Alright, I didn't see anything else. 2 more wheat pennies to the board. Those to check bearers and varieties. And 12 more rolls. This one was the one with the double wheat penny ender. We got a 58D, a 29S, 44D, 40, 55, 55D, 50, 58D, 57D, 29S again. Wow, a couple of those. Nice 59 we'll get in a second. 69S to check. 58D, we have 53S, another 53S, 46, 45, 56, 46S, 56D, and a 52D. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Roll 40 is going to be a really good roll as well, I can tell. We've got a 50, 58D, 49D, 57D, and a 46, 50D, 44, 46, 42D, 34, oh boy, a 30s, 53D. Then back here we've got a 56D, 49, 57D, 47D, 58D, 52D, 44D, 44, 58D. It's a wheat scent, it's corroded, I think maybe a 41, 51D, and a 57. Oh boy, whoops, dropped one. Alright. Boom, let's keep going. Roll 41 doesn't look too bad either. We've got a 57. And back here, got a recent reverse, 1952D. And a couple more, 52S, 53D, and a 45. Seems to be it. So 9 rolls left. Let's keep going. And roll 42, we've got a 1934, as well as a 1940, 41, 58D, 45, 42D, 52D, 41D, 44S, 53S, 44S. Got our first Canadian, it looks like, 1978. Add that to the board. 50D, 56D. Got a 1941. 1946. 1945. That seems to be it. So another handful of weeks. Pile's getting big. And 8 rolls left. Ooh boy. Here's roll 43. We've got 53D. 44. One back here. 1918. Second one of those in the box. So I'll take it. A teens. And alright. Not too bad. 3 out of that roll. Not bad. 43. Yeah, let's keep going. Alright guys. Roll 44. We've got another good roll. 57D. 42. 53S. 53D. 53D, it's been damaged. That's not good. 52D. 54. 50. 44. 57D. 43D, or 53D I mean. 51D. That looks to be it. Another 10 or so wheat pennies. Not bad. Thought I'd show you. I noticed roll 45, we got another steel cent. So, hit a lot of copper. I'll bring you in when I get this roll laid out. Alright guys, we got it all laid out, and as you can see here, we've got a bunch more Wheaties. We've got a 42, 57D, a few coins later, a 52D, another wheat cent right there, 1950. Got a 2006 Canadian A. Got a 57D. Another one. 51S, not bad. Don't get those too often. 53 yes, yep. 50. 57D. 58D. Got that steel cent, which is a 43. 44D. Got a 55D. And that's about it. So, put those on the getting tall pile of Wheaties, and 5 rolls left. Let's go. Alright. This roll had a 1926 ender to go along with a 44, a 52D, 49D, 46S, 50D, 56D, 53S, 51D, 42S, 52D, 45, kind of bent, 53D, 54D, 45D, 56, 58D, 56D, 55D, and that's it. Alright guys, we've got more Wheaties, starting with another 29S, 44S, 47D, 58D, 56D, and a 47, 55, and back here we've got another wheat cent, 57, it's a zinc wheat cent, 41, and 56D, 58D, another 29S, wonder what's going on with them, 55D, 44, we've got 55D, 57D, 57D, 55D, 58D, and a 54D. Wow. 3 rolls left. And in roll 48, we've got a 44, followed by a 46, then a 50D. Few coins later, actually more like 8 coins later, 45, 44S. We've got a 49D, along with a 53S, and a cleaned and polished 60 Denver, 41, and 55 Philly, and that's that. 2 rolls left. Roll 49, we've got 52D, 53D, 58D, 52S, 41D, 56D, 55D, then we've got a 54D, 56D, 52D, 57D, 56D, another 29S, and that looks to be it. There's a kind of a cool toned 59D with a really nice reverse. Alright, let's keep going. Let's see what else we can find. Alright guys, that was a fantastic box. Oh my gosh. Let's go over what we found. We got that to check for some varieties. 3 nicer coins to check. Because they're nice condition, I'll keep them. Got 2 Canadians, a 78 and a 2006. Got this New York counter stamped, 1990. And we'll go oldest to newest. We got 2 19-teens, both 1918, 5 1920s, 126 Philly, and the rest 29S's. We got, these are the 1930s. We got a 34, a couple 35s, 37, and another 34. For the 40s, we got 2 steel cents. Along with this, we've got 108 from the 40s, so that's 110 total. And for the 50s, we got 183. So 183, 110, that's 293, plus 5 is 298, 299, 300, 301, 302, 303, 304, 305, 306 wheat cents in that box. And we have the sister box to do next in a different video, because I'm sure this video is going to be long. If you enjoyed this video, which who wouldn't, please make sure to give me a like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff, because man, I think that's the best box I've ever had, personally. I'd like to thank Amy for letting me know about this and trying to get it off the machine so she could roll it and stuff. So awesome of her. But yeah, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.